Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to the ArchCast once more, as we have a weird day for you right now. A weird day indeed. Lum, you are a Californian.
No. But I will play along for now. So, California this time, Arch.
What is the definition of a traitor in America?
Somebody who actively fights against the interests of the United States. That is my very bare bone definition of a traitor.
That's a decent definition, to be sure. So let me just play you this clip right here.
Urgent message to the Iranian government right here. I need missiles here tonight. Israel's Channel 12 did a report on the new Patriot battery system. It's right here at the Palashamin Air Force Base. It's actually right here. You can zoom out a little bit, Iran, if you want to see that. Yet again, it's this exact area. I'm going to zoom out for you. This is where the Patriot battery system is. This is the guy that reported it. He's Channel 13. Actually, you can see it right here about the Aero Battery Air Defense. He's posting with it. That is going to be right here. It's right there in the middle. Yet again, here's another photo he posted confirming. Look how the sides are like a wall. It opens up just like right here. It's brand new, by the way, Iran, so if you want to fire off a few missiles that way, there's only 6 interceptors in this direction, so you're going to need about 8. You're going to need a bigger barrage than normal. So what I'm assuming, guys, is we fire at Tel Aviv, divert it south, and maybe you can even get some interceptions over here just to waste some more. Make sure to like the video, repost, share with all your Iranian friends. Let's see if we can possibly get this out to the Iran.
Well, the things I would like to say would probably get your channel instantaneously deleted off of the website. So, wow. Okay, this isn't the first time that I've seen something like this posted to the not-so-communist spy app TikTok, but, like, what?
Yeah.
Service guarantees citizenship.
This whole Iran thing has done weird things to...
Acting like this, honestly, since I've gained consciousness as a child. This isn't new, just people have the internet and other retards to just spread their shit around. It's... oh my... I hate it. I hate it.
I suppose, but like... imagine as an American one day waking up and deciding like, right, I think I'm going to go on the Chinese platform TikTok where I'm going to start trawling Google Maps for American missile batteries so I can report their locations to the Iranian regime via TikTok. The thought process.
You ignorant slut. You know, it's like the one thing that I have, you know, gathered about these people in terms of them wanting to support terror cells, terrorist organizations, countries that really want us dead. They're the same people who would condemn shock sites and other stuff like that, like LiveLeak. They'd be like, oh, this is a terrible thing because it makes the poor Iranian people look terrible because they love posting their executions and propaganda on those websites. You ignorant slut.
I wouldn't know, Lum, but I'm sure you have expertise in this area.
Honestly, unironically, I do.
And of course, like, so this guy was actually banned from TikTok afterwards because, well, I mean, fucking duh. But, like, there's the amount of Iranian propaganda. Like, I love this one. So here you just have an AI video of people painting a plane on the ground.
What the hell?
This isn't how anything works. Listen, the radar reflective paint isn't real. This is not how radar functions. Radar doesn't pick up planes on the fucking ground, you fucking... If anything, actually, this is a better attempt because this might actually at least look mildly convincing through an IR lens or a long-range targeting. I love the last guy there who's just like smearing paint of a completely different tint on the ground because all of it's AI.
Yeah, it's funny. It just, I don't understand. I don't know why people just openly want to support just absolute subhuman people. It's not right. Oh, God, I don't know. And it's just going to get worse.
It is going to get worse. Although, actually, maybe it won't get worse.
Fire is the
Lum.
answer.
There is an opportunity here, you see.
Yeah.
So, did you notice that Grok has gone premium only recently?
I did see that. And it's like, I don't have to pay for premium, which is nice because my sponsor actually gave me their nice little badge and it's like, here, have it for free. I'm like, cool.
And this, I think, is a great thing because it means that the Grok Is This True is no longer available on quite the same scope.
Mm-hmm.
Although that might also mean that people will actually buy it. Like, on the one hand, I'm thinking that we started treating Grok like the fucking Oracle of Delphi, and that's a terrible idea, and we need to clearly restrict this tool more so as to keep it out of the hands of the absolute mouth-breather populace. On the other hand, do we expect people to understand that this is AI without going Grok? Is this true? In fact, is there a Grok Is This True down here? There isn't. Oh, no, there it is.
No, there is. There it is.
Grok Is This True? Yes. Like, without Grok, this motherfucker wouldn't know if this was AI generated.
The fact that people have to ask an AI, is this AI? Ugh.
Well, the problem is, though, like, okay, so if you look closely, there are several obvious visual clues, like this guy painting paint of a completely different color on. This guy doesn't throw any, like, shade on the model. There's loads of little clues here and there. But taken as a whole, like, look at this point here, where he's taking paint out of the box, for example. Like, again, you can see a little bit of issues, like the edges are a bit fuzzy, etc., but if you don't start looking really closely, how would you even know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, AI has gotten way too fucking good.
And it's just gonna get better. Or worse? Yes.
Who knows? Like, we've hit the point where, like, visually, you can't even tell anymore. Like, it is visually impossible to tell anymore.
Yeah, it's like, unless you know exactly what you're looking for, or you just sit and analyze the video, there's no just quick looking. It's like, oh yeah, that just looks weird. Most people don't do that. They just watch once, they're like, huh, this makes me feel feelings. And they will comment their feelings, and then they will move on.
And so we're going to have a world now where those who have Grok Premium will rule over those who do not because of the ability to generate AI videos.
Fire is the answer.
What a ridiculous world we live in.
Yeah.
Sadness. But yeah, no, that's the Iran war. It keeps going. It's getting the sheer amount of propaganda I see produced for this on like a daily basis is frankly obscene. And the number of Americans who do it too, or at least accounts that claim to be Americans. I'm assuming if I click on their profile and the located in, it's going to be like, this account is in Pakistan. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Hi, Silver Camaro. Acknowledge him.
Who's what? Hello? Hi?
Silver Camaro, he gave $50. Acknowledge. Look at him.
Thank you,
Read
Silver
it.
Camaro. Wait, are you the You're the person who only donates when Dev is here. But wait, hold on. Is Dev near? Lum, do you feel
No.
him? Do you feel his presence?
Unfortunately, when he DMs me or tags me in things or pings me in his server, which was a lot yesterday.
I don't know. I can maybe feel Dev's presence on the wind if I concentrate. Anyway, Silver Camaro for $50. Thank you very much, sir. Hello, Art and Lum. I commissioned some fan art of you two. I'm worried immediately. Artist put a lot of soul into it. It's a great piece of boot, a real feat of achievement. I'd like to show it to you so you can show chats. I tweeted it at you. Handle this Blondie the Butcher.
Well, time to look for it, Arch. Just, I don't know what kind of porn shows up on your timeline, so make sure you open it up on another tab first.
Quite a lot these days, honestly. Oh, that's disgusting. I don't think I like that very much. Oh, that is disgusting. I really don't know if I like... Oh, God, that is...
You know, I don't want to see it anymore. You can keep that
That's
to yourself.
too bad. Here you go. That's... I can't show that to chat. That is actually vile.
Oh, God! Oh, my God, no! Ugh. What the...
Artist
No.
wish to remain anonymous. I fucking understand. Here,
Gave him money. I mean...
I'm going to crop
Good
this
job for
heavily.
Ugh.
Artist wish to remain anonymous. Yes, you don't want to know. You don't want to know, chat.
You ignorant slut.
You do not want to know.
Oh, the art is good. The art is fantastic, but oh God.
Thank you, Silver Camaro. Thanks.
Thank you, Silver Camaro, but oh my
You
fucking God.
ignorant slut.
Tell the artist, good job? Question mark.
Question mark.
Heavily on the question mark.
Question mark, question mark, question
Heresy's
mark.
the question. Fire is the
Yes.
answer.
Make sure to bold those question marks too.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so slight correction. So the person who's been asking Iran to bomb places, apparently it was X who deleted his video, whereas TikTok still has it up. So I guess...
I'm honestly surprised. I am honestly surprised that TikTok still has it up, especially since isn't it owned by Israel now? Or at least an Israeli company that's located in America. I don't know.
I don't even know, but oh, apparently he was on the side of Russia too back in the day. So he's literally just the most anti-American person with the... You know, this is something that has always been pissing me off. The idea of like, well, it's free speech to try to destroy my own country. I'm like, yeah, it is. And this is part of what makes America the greatest country, because we don't have free speech over fucking here. But my God, there are some people who like abusing it.
You know, it's really saying something when, like, you know, you're on your main Twitter account and everything like that. Absolutely nobody that you follows this psychopath.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm surprised Dev doesn't follow him just for the ha-has of it. But no, nobody does, and that is saying a lot.
That is saying quite a lot. Not even Dev. That is impressive. In other happier news, the Buffy sequel is dead, which finally opens the door for what we've all been wanted. We can finally have an independent Faith series.
You really think that'll happen, Arch?
No. No, I don't. I'm pretty sure. I think they yeeted the actor. Actually, I think she got cancelled around about
Service guarantee
2009
says-
or something. Let's see. Let me see. Eliza Dushku. Eliza Dushku. Let me see. I am DB. When did Eliza Dushku last work? 2010 odd. Yes, and everything else has been tiny little bi-rolls and shit, so yes.
Oh, she got blacklisted and is now out of acting.
Yep, looks like it.
Fucking rip.
I can rip indeed. And besides, okay, right. So part of me was a little excited for the Buffy reboot because I rewatched Buffy a while ago and it still holds up to this day. It genuinely does. But you could already then tell the cancer beginning to set in. Like season 1 Buffy is incomparable to like season 7 or 8 Buffy. Not the same character, not the same presentation, not the same universe or anything. So if they brought this back today, it would have been shit. It would have been absolute fucking woke garbage. And we know it, but still, I can dream.
Well, whenever you dream something and you really want it to happen, it usually dies or is not good and then it dies. So, maybe you should stop.
Right now I need to dream about changing the battery in my headset.
You need to start doing that before your shows, Arch. Oh, well, he's dead. Hi, chat. How you doing? Oh, fucking, what was it? Oh, yeah, did you guys see that new game that's coming out called Revamped? Where it's essentially reverse Castlevania, where it's a, I guess, tower defense game or whatever, where you play as the hot Dracula and you have to keep people out from your castle. That looks really fucking cool. I definitely want to play it when it comes out.
You know, I had a particularly cruel dream the other day.
Yeah.
I dreamt that video games were good again.
Well, stop that because you're just jinxing it. It's like a monkey's paw. You're getting a lot of games coming out, but they're fucking shit. But there's one that I've been watching the development of for the past few years called Blight Survival, where you play as knights, killing a bunch of zombies and stuff, which I am surprised that has not been a concept that anybody has done yet. I am very excited. The devs, very sweet people, been following concept art and their concept levels for the past 4 years at this point. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Looks cool. But okay, I dreamt that the new Elder Scrolls game came out and it had tits in it. It had boobs and waifus and great gameplay and storylines on multiple levels. It had a Dark Brotherhood quest better than in Oblivion. And then I woke up and for several minutes I was like, wait, no, that exists. It was a mod or something. I can still play it. It's still real. No, it wasn't. Not real. It was the saddest awakening I've ever had. It's like, oh, all of that. It's not real. None of it. The airship that landed in the desert, the high stakes escape, the deep quests, the cool characters. I can still see the visuals in my mind's eye. It's all a dream. That was fucking
and
cruel.
also, Sujan, Blight is not going to be an extraction game.
I would hope not. It looks more like a Left 4 Dead medieval style thing or Vermintide style stuff.
Yeah, and it you can play it solo or you can play it with 4 people. So I think when we have a release date, we should start a fund, and we should get some people so we can play it together sometime, Arch.
A fund? But it's a fun game. I would just play that.
Okay. Okay, well then, we'll definitely have to plan a day for when it comes out. Because
course.
I'm gonna buy it regardless.
Chat doesn't want me to have fun. Chat wants me to play bad video games half the time. But no, this is not reality. Good games don't exist. Reality is shit like this. Seattle's Mayor, Katie Wilson, has stated that grocery stores aren't just allowed to close anymore. We cannot allow big grocery chains to close stores at will, because, you know, all of our stuff's being stolen. This place is a desert in the Wild West. The Browns are carrying away all of our produce. We have to close. And the mayor comes in. No, you will be stripped bare for the benefit of society.
Well, one, it's Seattle. What the hell do you even expect from these people? And just, you know, I'm honestly surprised that the city of Seattle doesn't have a exit tax for businesses if they really want to shut down their stuff because they keep getting robbed.
Well, they don't need it. They're just going to ban you from shutting down. Full stop.
Yeah.
They're just going to go, we won't move. We can't sustain the losses. No.
That's when you just abandon the store. You say, okay, nobody go in. You don't pay the lease on the building. You just have it as a loss. You have nothing in there.
See, what I like too.
Or you could have it as a rage room, where you just put a bunch of stuff that you want to get rid of anyway, and then people could break in and break it.
Did you know that there exists like updated heat maps for how dangerous Seattle is, so you can like update yourself on the fly for where you just can't go?
Yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt.
Huh.
So this is a beautiful thing. They've got the crime breakdown, which is basically if you're in the north, you're fucked.
It's a government website too.
Yep, you're either gonna get killed, raped, or robbed. If you're in this area, you're fucked. And then they've got like a more rapidly updating heat map where they break it down into blocks so that, you know, you can plan your route. It's like, okay, I've really got to go through this place here, right? Well, all of these neighborhoods you're just dead, so I'm gonna have to drive around here and go down through downtown Fallujah, then skirt the outskirts here, then through another hotspot. Most dangerous.
You know, it's like, okay, because Moose Man used to live in Seattle, poor thing. And apparently there's a map that gets updated pretty frequently where it shows how much human excrement is on the sidewalks.
Well, I mean, that's pretty useful, honestly.
It's still disgusting.
Are the schools? Are the schools somehow?
Fire is the
No,
answer.
okay. I'm keeping out of the school areas. That's nice, at least. And also, I love the fact that it goes from safest to most dangerous. There are no actually safe places in Seattle. You are just, relatively speaking, safer in the white areas. And I do love how they picked the color white to delineate this place is safe. This is reality. This is reality, chat. Not my happy dream life of video games. No, this is.
It's like I've been to Seattle a couple times, and I don't like it there for multiple reasons.
Is one of them the rapes?
Well, you know, that does kind of suck. Didn't happen to me, thank goodness. But just the smell of the place. The first time I went there, because I wanted to go to Mopop, the museum there, Museum of Pop Culture and everything like that. And the first thing I noticed was the smell, and I just really wanted to leave at that point. I started coughing. It was terrible. Ugh. I hated it. Museum was nice, though.
Museum was nice. Everything else was not great.
No, it fucking sucked.
Oh. Unfortunately,
Sir?
I think they've banned the human feces map. It's no longer available.
Sir?
Oh, well. Darn, that sucks. How are you supposed to know where all the homeless took a shit?
You're just gonna have to use your eyes, I guess. Yeah, imagine, you know the thing they do in like movies where the tracker reaches down, just scoops up a piece of shit on his finger, puts it in his mouth like, caribou. You could do that here. Homeless person.
Just like, oh, meth.
Still warm.
Meth addict.
He must have passed by less than an hour ago. Methadone
Stop.
addict.
Shut up!
Holds up a scoop of shit to the next guy. Do you see that miscoloration? Crack cocaine. Common in these parts. Anyways, hello,
apparently
Sandoom.
you didn't- Apparently you did not, let's see, find the right one unless... Oh wait, no, this one has been updated since 2024. Never mind. There was an interactive Seattle poop map, and it's not updated anymore. Well, that sucks.
Sam Doon donates $100. Thank you very, very much, sir. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you. We need to get one of those side-scroller things where they shake their boobs at you when we have large donations. We need that. Lum, make boob shaky things.
I mean, yeah, sure, I could do that. Just
Yeah.
give me a couple days.
Here, I'll just play the Hassan Piker shot clip again. It's the only one I have. It should be fair, it's still funny.
It is.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's
And on
buttery
kick
butter-
for,
Camaro.
I think the general equivalent of $50 too, Death. Sent 5,000 kicks. Hello, Lord Arch and Commander Lum. I hope your days are going well. Henchman. I actually looked at Henchman. I think I'll do that. I don't even think you need to give me any more money for it. I think I just will do it because it looks fun. I like it. It's a cool story. So consider it funded and then remind me of it. I won't forget.
And also Silver Camaro, please. No. Stop. No scat. No. That's gross. No. Ugh. Icky. Okay.
Well, we were talking about poop just a second ago.
Wait. No. It's like I don't understand like
Pharisees the
specifically
Fire
the
is
Japanese
answer.
and their enjoyment of scat. That is, I'll never understand it. It's everywhere on Pixiv.
Now, this may all seem very disturbing, you know, the poop map, the crime rates, but you gotta understand, chat, we have no idea of understanding why this is happening. We don't know. It's probably a very complex reason, you know, socioeconomic factors, extended poverty, the ramifications of slavery, white nationalism. It's all of these things, right? And now, for no reason whatsoever, let me play you a clip of an adult black male.
You need the eggs, that's how I got the eggs. You know where eggs come from?
Chickens. Chickens.
Oh, these are eggs right here.
Hmm?
These eggs right here, we finna eat. Where do they come from?
Chickens.
Are you?
They come from chickens. Where else do they come from?
You telling me right now that this egg we're finna eat right here is from a chicken butthole? Come on, chicken.
Yeah. Where does-
Ruffy, that's true?
Where did you think they were from?
So how the fuck, when a chicken pop out the egg, a baby come out?
Because there's different types. you dumb?
No way you're real. Chat, I swear to God, what? Marty! Marty, you knew that? Tell your mom so you knew that.
I reiterate that this has absolutely nothing to do with the crime rates or the defecation in the streets of Seattle. I just thought it was funny.
You know, I have said this many times before. I will say it many times again in the future. No Child Left Behind was a mistake. A lot of these people, especially that one specifically, will probably still be in 2nd grade if he was held back. Or maybe even just kicked out of school entirely. Actually, we don't even know if he graduated.
That's true. Like, before we start blaming the school system for any of this, he may never have graduated.
No, even then, he still had to somehow make it through elementary school. Because, Arch, I can boldly assume that, you know, the whole No Child Left Behind thing, where they just, you know, keep pushing children to the next grade because they don't believe in holding kids back anymore. They're like, okay, it's okay, you could go through. Oh, I don't want to deal with this child anymore, you could go to the next grade. Suddenly, they're in high school, they don't know how to spell, they don't know how to read, and it's just getting worse and worse, especially now with AI, or, you know, kids just not wanting to sit down and read. Because my kid was actually telling me about a good handful of children in her school are already planning on dropping out of school as soon as they are done with 8th grade because they know that they will not pass. And it is so sad. And these kids are known for not doing their work at all. They're already getting massively failing grades. They're just prepared to set themselves up for failure.
I was like, listen, okay, if I was a youngster today, why would I go to school? Why would I go to school in America? Listen, I could drop out of school and just become a millionaire instead. I could just do that. Why wouldn't I just become a millionaire who streams, right? Why wouldn't I do that? Plus, you know, that's not a bad girlfriend at all for a person who doesn't know that chickens come from eggs. Why wouldn't I just do this? This seems like a far better thing to do instead of sitting in school and slaving away over the weird books with the strange symbols inside of them that were doubtlessly invented by white nationalists. Lum. Do you expect me to sit there and read white nationalist runes? Lum has no defense for this. No counter-argument.
I'm just tired. I hate this. I hate how the, you know, generation that is supposed to be taking care of, like, you know, like our generation and older, as we, you know, need to go to the hospital or some other shit like that, because this isn't just an American problem. This is a, you know, what generation is this now that's slowly coming up? Gen Z and Gen Alpha. It is just bad.
Oh, and Death says, I had to pay $75 for the 5,000 kicks to send to you. Do you? You are, my friend, you are being scammed. Did you? Death!
You
Help!
ignorant slut.
Okay, so
I mean,
maybe...
hey, you're getting 95% of that, so don't complain too much.
Oh no, I'm getting all of it, so that's fantastic. It's way better than Superchats, but so the kick conversion table that I have these. So basically, you just like remove the last like 2 zeros, and you know how much it is. So if you're paying 25% extra, I'm confused.
I mean, it might be because if he's paying through
He's from the US.
You know,
Okay,
Apple. No. If he's using the Apple App Store or, you know, any mobile app store, they tack on an extra like 15% on top of what you pay for on the site.
Oh, that sounds like fucking highway robbery to me. Right, don't use Apple.
That's why a lot of people. That's why a lot of people say if you want to support via, you know, either kicks or super chats or anything like that, so you're not screwed out of that extra money on mobile. Do it on desktop if you can.
Why would you even do that? That's okay. That's fucking weird.
Because people don't know. People don't know Arch. You have to let them know about that.
Well, how should I let them know? Because I don't know.
Well, now you know. Now you could say, hey, if you want to support you through Kick, then buy from a desktop, not through the App Store.
Listen to Lum Lum. Lum Lum knows.
I feel like I can't teach Arch things sometimes.
She
It's
is
rare,
wiser
but
than her
I'm happy when I do.
foot-lucking exterior suggests.
Shut up.
Do I have anything else that'll make people sad? Like, I'm warming up. You know, I'm putting people into a frenzy before we talk about the Oh, yes, here we go. I like this one. You remember the woman who threw paint at the Van Gogh painting? She's been sentenced to 2 years in prison for vandalizing $90 million. I don't think 2 years is enough. I don't like 2 years. I think we should surgically implement one of those electrical cow rings into her nose and then zap her every day of her life for the rest of her existence. Just once a day. Just as a reminder.
I do agree. It's like she might have only got 2 years just because didn't damage the actual painting because there was a pane of glass in front of it. If anything, it was just, oh, you're just kind of a rude bitch now, weren't you? 2 years in jail.
Okay, if she wasn't dumb enough to check for a pane of glass, then we can take out the electrical zapper and just give her 5 years in jail as a Darwinian experiment instead. Oh, and of course, men's jail, not women's jail. Jesus, that's for well-behaving people. Definitely men's jail.
Mm-hmm. She's from a rich family? Of course she is. Actually, a lot of these environmental activists, whatever, they're from rich as shit families. Which is crazy. But also, I guess rich kids don't really have anything else to do, so they're like, man, I'm just in such a privileged place that I just need to, fight the good fight, I guess. And then they put themselves in things like this. Then their parents are like, ugh, just fine, you can have 2 years, but nothing more. Can you scrub it from a record afterwards? Shit like that.
We should start punishing people based on their position in society, I think. I think so. We're already taxing people based on their position in society, right? So if you come from a family like this, then you go to a jail like this. I feel like that would incentivize behaving more amongst the younger generations of rich families. I believe that would be a valuable thing to do.
The guy in the middle looks like he's just having a grand old time. He's fucking chilling.
That guy, yeah, he's actually looking pretty happy for some reason. He's looking quite content with his life. That guy's just given up. He's like, no, I'm out. He's smiling, petting his belly, like he's in a good position. Either that, or he's gotten a hold of some funny juice, and he's just, he's just living through the buzz right now. And speaking of somebody else who's living through the buzz, we can congratulate the smash hit video game 1348 EX Voto for their recent release on Steam and Epic Games and PS5 as well. That got
I just kind of I forgot that game existed, honestly.
But look at that. 506,000 views on that, Lum Lum.
Ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery buttery bud.
Wow.
506,000 views. That's a lot of views. And they're sitting on 250,000 wish lists. Now, wish lists, for those of you unaware, that's a really, really big deal for Steam developers. Like, wish lists are huge because you basically view that as like your sales pitch, especially if you're looking for investors. You go like, look, this is how many people are going to buy our game upon release. Like 250,000 sales, Lum. So many sales, Lum.
Do you know how many games I have on my wish list from like 10 years ago that I still haven't bought?
Well, Lum, you're not the target audience. Lazy people like you. No, these are the real dedicated gamer audience right here, Lum. They wouldn't just wishlist something on a whim.
Uh-huh. And I don't care. I'm going to go back to Blight Survival. They have, what, the last time I checked, 1.5 million wish lists on their Steam page.
But then they made another tweet again, like 565,000, 617,000. It's an incredibly popular Twitter account. The time has come to honor your vow and actually do your wish list thing. You must honor your vows and actually purchase the video game. Come one, come all. The wider audience will make this a smashing success. And finally, show those chuds just how successful ugly butch lesbians can be. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hold on. Which game has a higher peak players? This or Relooted?
Relooted peaked at, I don't know, like 30 people?
Man.
I mean, at least it's not a Relooted level failure. Let's see, Yeah. I mean, Relooted was worse. 57 all-time peak.
I mean, okay, Arch, you got to think about it. At least you were one of those 57 people that got to play the game.
True, but fortunately, chat showed mercy on 1348's ex-voto at least. But, like, this genuinely does kind of just baffle my mind, though. Okay, 427 peak, right. The game has 135 people in game right now, 375 reviews. So what you can usually do, like, look at the reviews and, like, triple the number, and you've got a rough ballparky estimate of how many people bought it. So we're looking at something like 1,000 sales. If we're very, very optimistic, we might say 3,000 to 4,000 sales total. And yet, look at their Twitter account. 14,000 followers. Like 617,000 views. How? How the fuck does this not translate in any way whatsoever?
I mean, here's a good way to tell if somebody's followers are botted. You click the followers button. You just scroll, see if there's any empty accounts or basic bitch bios in there, or journalists. Because journalists will usually follow any and every game account. Those are just verified followers, so those are real people, maybe.
So those are real people, and there's like 20 of them. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, there's 25 verified followers. There's 25 real people. Out of those 14,000, 25 are real human beings. The rest are bots, presumably.
Yeah, look, there's no bios in like any of them.
Right, so I guess that's how it translates. None of them are actually real. They've just bought a very large bot farm in India, which apparently Indian bots are not sophisticated enough to purchase a video game. Unfortunately, tragic though that may be. You know, I saw another tweet about this too, going like, but why do you care? Why do you talk about this? Why can't you just let the game exist by itself? Oh, here's the reason why. Because it didn't let me exist by myself. See, I have no problems with 1348 X-Voto as a product. I don't care. Somebody wants to make a video game about two ugly lesbians in the Middle Ages. All right. Utterly irrelevant to my tastes or preferences, but then they come out and they're like, we're a progressive video game. We're not for those silly chuds. Look at us. We're a modern game. You have now aggressed upon me, sir, and I will revel in your demise. Simple as. Simple as.
Honestly, yeah, that's pretty darn fair.
Yeah. Simple as. Simple as. After 45 odd minutes of warm-up with various idiotic news, the first main piece of today. Did you know, Lum, that Cuba has decided to surrender?
So they decided to surrender before we even really did anything?
Well, to be fair, Cuba has been under a de facto embargo for quite some time now. But personally, I think we can find the real reason for this, right? I think there's something else.
Arch, acknowledge the super chat.
But I was gonna do a thing.
Acknowledge! Acknowledge! Now!
You're not very nice to me, you know that?
It's money. You tell me not to let you ignore large money. Now read the large money.
I do, but that doesn't mean you can just yell at me. It's cruel and unusual.
Read it.
And makes me upset. Daniel Bauer for $200. Jesus, thank you very much, sir. That is incredibly generous. Thank you. Lum, we definitely need shaking titties for large donations. Get on it.
Okay. I'll even commission some nice artwork where it's just high quality titties just bouncing around. Okay.
That sounds good. Daniel Bauer, good afternoon, Art and Lumi. I haven't super chatted in quite a while, so I might as well make up for that by donating some of my yearly tax returns. Well, of conflict, Soviet assault. Thank you very much, sir. And thank you for that fund, too. I'd been sad because it had been stagnant, and I was considering taking it off, but I really wanted to play it. But I look weak if I play it, if I don't fund it, which I put myself in a real pickle there. Because some of this stuff I really want to play, and I'm now in a staring match with my audience, where it's like, you're going to play this anyways, aren't you? Probably. We'll see who falls first. Thank you very much, sir. That is incredibly generous. Anyway, yes, so I know why Cuba has chosen this moment to start surrendering. Because they've been blockaded for like 50 years, Lum. Like, it's not the trade blockade. They've been surviving that for absolute ages. Like, energy crisis. Which country on earth doesn't have an energy crisis right now? No. I know why they decided to surrender now, Lum. Can you guess why?
I'm guessing because the person currently in charge of Cuba does not want to be kidnapped in the middle of the night.
No. That's silly, Lum. Trump would never do that. What's wrong with you? He respects international law. No, the real reason is because Hassan Piker has threatened to visit the island. At the head of an aid convoy. That's fucking inhumane right there.
You know what? I think any world leader would probably surrender if Hassan just decided, you know what? I want to go visit there.
Yes.
You know, maybe that's why the current Japanese prime minister won, just to keep Hassan Piker out.
Correct. If Hassan Piker was threatening to visit my house, I would probably consider becoming a left-winger too, just to avoid it. Cuba's going to throw away decades of socialism, their booming economy, according to Hassan, their welfare state, their incredibly functional communist society. They are ready to throw it all away. They're releasing prisoners, political prisoners, as quickly as they humanly can. They're grabbing random people out of the jails and tossing them out like, please, Hassan, no. No.
Oh, that is so fucking beautiful. You know what? Yes, this is the narrative that I will. This is the only one that I will just wholeheartedly accept. This is Hassan's fault.
Yep. It's getting so bad that protesters are setting fire to Communist Party headquarters. They're burning down police stations. It's just panic in the streets right now. Everyone on Cuba is just no. They'll do anything but that. Anything but that.
Trick or treat.
I think we should send him to Haiti next. Maybe the cannibal leader barbecue will give up.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yes. Let's just send the Blackhawks to Hassan's house, put him in a nice little box, and just threaten world leaders with Hassan visits. We'll have peace in no time.
Please, that'll be so fucking funny.
I mean, nuclear weapons have got nothing on this shit. Self-evidently. But yes, Cuba is not a fan of Hassan's visit. I do also like that apparently... What was it here? Yeah, he invited iShow Speed to join him to go to Cuba. It's like... I mean, hey, shoot for the stars, I guess.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Shoot for the fucking stars. And Cuba is now actually, no joke, I'm serious on this, they are actually beginning to collapse. So they do have, indeed, a pretty severe energy crisis going on. The blockade is finally beginning to show real signs of being effective. Largely not because of the US, but other things. And they are now making more and more overtures to enter into talks with the US, including releasing political prisoners. On their own volition, apparently. So this doesn't even appear to be anything that Trump did. They just kind of showed up at the White House one day and went like, please, starving, help.
Do you think Cuba will leave BRICS?
Possibly, because, I mean, BRICS hasn't helped them. That's the problem. Like, they're in this situation because BRICS doesn't work.
Man, if Cuba leaves BRICS, they're gonna have to just be called BRIS.
BRICS.
BRIS.
BRIS. As for the first time in like absolute decades as well, there's actually like public upheaval in the country too, including attacks on governmental buildings. So, like, and again, this is a Soviet state, basically. They know very well what happens to dissidents in this state. So when those people start going out of their houses and throwing Molotov cocktails, things are really, really bad. Like, that means that the government is beginning to lose control, and we don't even know if they control the military anymore. I guess we'll find out.
Oh, the C in BRICS stands for China, not Cuba. Well, then why the fuck are they going to BRICS meetings then? Oh yeah, they're communists. Never mind.
Communists.
I have lost. Shit.
BRICS has offered them help and they refused.
Did they? I thought they were part of the BRICS, weren't they?
Yeah, I thought they were part of BRICS. They go to the fucking meetings. Well, they might just not be important enough for them to have their fancy little letter in BRICS.
That might be so. as they've been suffering under this for a while. As is the thing, Cuba basically only makes it energy from oil, like just from literally burning oil and natural gas. And they don't have enough. They do not have enough. Not by any stretch of the imagination, nor do they have the technology or the ability to import any other ways of powering their country either, nor would they have the financial muscles to pay for it, even if they could. And now that Venezuela, of course, is looking with teary-eyed up at the US as well, like, oh god, what's going to happen now? Cuba suddenly finds itself kind of isolated alone, and this might finally be the moment where Cuba might need to come to the negotiation table and lick the American ballsack.
I mean, isn't Cuba, if I remember correctly, I'm bad with these types of things, but isn't Cuba U.S. territory anyway? So they're gonna have to eventually just come crawling back and it's like, hey, yeah, you need help. Cuba's like that child that moved out and just really didn't want to talk to the parents anymore until they're like homeless, addicted on drugs, and it's like, Mom, I need help, please. I have no money.
Yes, Lum. I mean, that's not technically true, but yes, Cuba is American territory. Correct. And it will be again.
Oh, it was a U.S. territory.
Well, I don't know if it ever truly was, because you nabbed it from the Spanish in like, what, late 1800s, then gave them independence, so sort of.
Cuba was a U.S. territory until like 1910. I mean, sorta. Okay, I'm getting a lot of mixed answers here, so I will just say it's a stepchild. Cuba is the U.S. stepchild.
I'm sticking by my assertion that Cuba is American territory.
No, that's Puerto Rico or Guantanamo, whatever. They became associated members of BRICS in 2025. So I wasn't wrong with the BRICS thing, but I was wrong about the U.S. territory thing. So 50%, that's fine.
Look at this beautiful poster depicting Cuba. Doesn't it look way better? Look at beautiful Cuba. The American flag has not been planted in foreign soil to acquire more territory, but for humanity's sake. Yes, yes, America. This is the way. This is the light. This is the path. You liberated them from the filthy Spaniards. And then you abandoned them to themselves, Americans. Shame upon you. Think about the countless of generations of Browns who have suffered under Brown rule because you couldn't be asked to finish what you've started.
Venezuela was propping them up only a little starvation. Now Venezuela's gone. Cuba is fucked beyond belief. Okay, so Venezuela was their little crutch, and now that Venezuela is just like, yay, we're free. Now Cuba is just like, help.
Yes, and I want to point out too, everybody was like, oh, nothing will change in Venezuela. Blackbacking their leader will have no effect. Literally 5 hours ago, American flag raised at the U.S. Embassy in Venezuela for the first time since 2019. Listen. People will make a lot of noise about how we're totally not intimidated by the fact that the US flew into our capital and blackbagged our leader right underneath the noses of our entire military. They'll make noises and be like, rah, 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 rah. We're not intimidated. But on the quiet side, they will be, okay, fine. What do you want?
I mean, most of the Venezuelans, or at least, the everyday Venezuelan, did not like their life. A lot of people who came to the U.S. from Venezuela wanted to escape that bullshit. now a lot of them are going back voluntarily because they can actually see their families again. So it's like it's a good thing for a lot of people. Just retards are really wanting that dictator free and everything, but you know, you could just ignore those people.
Yes. Who knew that you could achieve this much with the black bagging of one dictator?
Even
This is
made a
why-
popular fashion trend.
Yeah, that's why I'm still optimistic about the Iran intervention. I think something good will come from it. I think something good will come from it. Although I will also say, it has certainly, it has displayed some weaknesses in the US way of waging war now, as you need to start building a lot more Patriots. And we need to start developing weapons to shoot down all of those silly little drones, because they're annoying little critters. We just need drones of our own with little machine guns in their noses so they can shoot down other drones.
Mm-hmm.
Unironically, the way drones are now, we are basically repeating the entire history of World War I aviation right now. That's what we're doing. We are repeating World War I aviation, where to begin with, we just make dumb little things out of wood that barely propel themselves through the air. And we're like, wow, how do we weaponize these things? Oh, I know. How about we just throw a grenade out of it, or maybe some nail bombs or something? And then once people figured that out, they're like, well, that's annoying. They can now bomb us from the air. We're going to have to start shooting them down. But how? Oh, we've got to mount some guns on our things, obviously. But how do we shoot through the rotor? Well, we'll just mount it at really stupid angles for a while. This is the future of drone warfare, where in another 3 or 4 or 5 years, somebody is going to be like, oh, shit. We could put a machine gun on our drones and use them to shoot down other drones. And then the opposition will go, oh, fuck. Well, I guess we're going to have to put machine guns on our drones now.
You know, eventually
Are
we're
you
just
ready
going to
to
have
wet this
remote-controlled
yellow mare's buttery
planes.
butt?
It'll all come back to planes.
Probably. Like, we start out with these dumb little homemade things that we strap bombs to just haphazardly, and eventually we're going to end up with these giant flying fortress drone thingies. We forgot why we were doing this shit to begin with, and we were just like, well, we got to put more machine guns on it, boss. That's the future.
And it's like I know we already have
Are you
jammers
ready to wet
and
this
everything
yellow
like
mare's
that.
fluttery
But there's going to be a
buttery
point in
butt?
time where we just develop something that won't be affected by jammers. When will that happen? I don't know. Has it already happened? I don't know. But, you know, we'll see. It'll just escalate, and then it's a circle. It'll just be a circle. We're going to make it big, then we want to make it small, and then it'll just eventually start getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, because right now we're basically using little aircraft. Like the Iranian drones, they've doubtlessly got a pre-planned flight path, and they've got a little radar in the nose, a little navigation system, and then probably like a camera to guide it to target. And at that point, it doesn't even need any communication with base. All it needs is basically a super simple camera solution that can identify a target from pictures. Simple. It's fucking Stone Age technology by this standard.
I mean, heck, what was it? It didn't the Germans first start throwing cameras on their rockets in 1947? No, not 1947, 1957. No, 47? Somewhere around there during World War II. I know that for sure because I was looking up to see when CCTV cameras really started coming around, and it was like the late 50s. And the first cameras really used was on rockets. So, yeah, no, it was... We were already using them for a while.
Yes, the first guided weapon of this type was the Fritz 10, which was an anti-ship missile, a ASW weapon. Oh, but technically a glide bomb, but more or less the same thing.
Tree. Can I smell your feet?
And if the Germans could come up with it 100 years ago, then surely the Iranians can come up with something relatively similar today. Probably.
Yes.
Probably. Right, I should catch up on some Superchats.
Yes, they're building up quite quickly.
Without a Lum to warn me.
The last time I tried telling you something, you're like, Lum, you're being mean. Stop yelling at me.
Yeah, but you should be used to that by now.
Oh my god.
Seratis shouting out my friend's dark fantasy horror fairy tale, Fire by Looming Moon on Royal Road. Luma would like it. It has torture, death, mutilation, etc.
Yeah, I remember you. You told me about it a couple streams ago on my channel.
Oh, and there was also the tanker crash a little while ago. So this almost certainly, by the way, was either mechanical failure, personnel fuck-up, or some sort of mid-air collision. This was almost certainly an accident, because there was the claims that, the Iraqi resistance had shot it down. Unless the Iraqi resistance has access to book batteries that somehow the Americans all failed to fucking notice, no. No, they didn't. No, they did not. This was almost certainly an accident or a mechanical failure or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is a little interesting, though, so they also announced now that a surface combat support group was being sent to Iraq. Possibly two of them, in fact, with a combined total of 2,000 to 5,000 US Marines. Now, that one's a little bit weird. I wonder what the plan is with that, because I hope that they're not planning to actually put them in Iran anywhere, as that would be somewhat silly, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't know why they'd ship 5,000 Marines over there if they didn't plan to. They might grab that silly little island. What the hell was that silly little island called?
There's a lot of silly little islands.
That one. Kashim.
Kashim.
Yeah, Kashim, Henga, Loras, or Hormuz. Like, it would help quite a lot if the Americans could grab this shit, because they could put up interceptors on these islands right here to protect ships going through the Strait of Hormuz. And 5,000 Marines with air support would be more than enough to take this. Easily. No question about it. But it would put the Marines in an exposed position, which I don't think is the best idea ever. We'll see. We'll see. Marielva, traitors! Traitors everywhere! Correct.
Can I smell your
There literally are traitors everywhere. It's the problem of the modern world. Zeluxon, he unironically committed treason. He is fucked. One would hope so.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttering?
Pie in the sky? Oh, great. Lumi Angler. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
He sure does have a lot of accounts.
He does. It's stupid.
Marine Elva. So the Devil's Defense was an American exposing Israeli sites. Granted, I don't know how much better, say, Canadian exposing French sites, for example. Canadians? Done to go. Lumi asked Mooseman to come in the next VTM episode. He can be a little cameo. He can be a moose. We'll have him in for five minutes so he can walk past the party and go, moo.
I mean, if you ever need Moose Man for anything, you could just DM him or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Enigma, I think Islam is considered the rebel religion. It kind of is. We've kind of entered into this. So there was a period there where Islam was waning in popularity with progressivism because they'd finally figured out what they did to gays over there, and they were like, "Oh, that's a bit much, isn't it? Did you really do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But now that the left is entirely on board with the the Jewish question, I guess they flipped around a little bit on that. Tanushi, the mind boggles how people become so okiophobic that they sacrifice everything around them just to show their disapproval of their current administration. Ah, yes. An ocular phobia. We do need to worry about those optics, sir. Thomas Eidson left ball. There better be a vaguely European evil scientist in the VTM campaign. Vaguely European evil scientists? One? We'll have some revelations next episode, yes. We're entering into the plot at large now, the main plot, which we can't talk about now because Lum Lum is right there spying on us.
How's it spying when I'm right here? And also, have you been reading the campaign theory chat to see if anybody is close or right on the money with what you're planning on doing?
I doubt any of them could be very close at the moment because I haven't introduced the main elements yet.
I mean, probably after the ArchCast, read through it, just see. Because they have some ideas, and I don't know if any of it's correct. Because
well, if they're getting too close, I might have to do a J.K. Rowling.
Porker said, "Finally, we can talk about plot. Don't worry, my eyes are closed. You can say all the plot details you want."
Hello, Porkers. Boog, Arch is right. We cannot tell which image of Lumi licking feet are real and which are AI. Well, we've never been able to determine that. They both look just as convincing.
No.
Viewing stuff. How much to get you to start a Monster Girl Crest Paradox? The Paradox bit is important playthrough. Can link a sensor patch if needed. I know now that there's an RPG in it, but I'm betting you it's a Japanese RPG, which means it's going to require a lot of grinding, which means I don't want to.
Trick or treat.
I don't want to. JRPGs are difficult for me to handle.
Acknowledge the $50, Arch.
Loric Project. Yorick? I always get confused about the L because it looks the same as an I when it's capitalized like that and it makes my brain pain. Hey Arch, I'm just catching up and I am Seattle native. The safe part of Seattle is on the east side of Lake Washington. What's Lake Washington, Lum Lum?
Trying to think. Is Lake Washington the one you have to cross with the ferry to get to the island on that part? Because if so, yes, that's understandable. I'm not from fucking Seattle. I'm just guessing here. So basically Bellevue? Oh, so that's where Bellevue is. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know what Bellevue is either. But luckily, I'm not planning on going to Seattle anytime soon.
Yeah, but there's some other questionable places that you want to visit, you absolute fucking psychopath.
Marine Alva, put it on the Discord then. It's age-gated, right? I don't know if we can put anything like that on a Discord safely. I don't know.
I'm sure it's already there.
Cyros von Grimm. Appreciate the Nid Law video, 10 years of perfect law delivery hutch. Delivery. Delivery, I'm assuming. Very proud. Thank you. Marine Alva. Yeah, I remember in 2020, those chanting death to America in the Californian streets. Next year, we lost the war. Well, yes, because this is... Make no mistake, this is the psyop to undermine America's will to fight a war. It is every time America has lost a conflict, it is because of rising disapproval at home. And I will point out as well. Okay, let me Google something to check my suspicions here. Yep, you've got indeed protests going on in the US right now about the Iran war. Although very small ones, surprisingly.
I'm gonna guess New York again.
Actually, the New Yorkers are busy, being taken over by a Muslim mayor, so they're a little bit occupied, and the bomb throwing.
Oh, did you see that a lot of New Yorkers are turning against him because they really don't want that additional 10% property tax?
Well, yeah, because he's going to raise taxes. I was like, okay, you voted for socialism. What were you expecting? See, this is the eternal problem. People vote for socialism because they're like, yay, free stuff, yay! And then the guy gets in office and is like, wow, we cannot afford all of this free stuff. How are we going to pay for this? How does the state pay for anything? Ever.
Did you watch any of the Cash Jordan videos about the stuff that's happening in New York? It's fucking wild.
I did not, no.
So essentially, the mayor is like, okay, so we are definitely gonna tax the, very rich people of New York City to, get all of this free stuff. And he was very strong on that. He campaigned on that, as we all know, which is why people voted for him. Then as soon as the numbers came out, he was like, well, I need approval from everyone else to approve the whole tax the rich thing. And the person in charge of Washington State as a whole was like, yeah, no, you're not going to do that. Everyone else that is also part of New York City said, no, you're not going to tax us more. And he's like, well, since I can't do that anymore, I'm going to have to raise property tax for everyone in New York City. So, oopsie. And now people are rioting about that. And, with people who own property in New York City, aka landlords, they're going to start increasing rents. Business owners are going to start increasing prices of food and other stuff. And nobody likes that.
Wow. So, socialism didn't work?
Nope.
Wow. Oh, you learn something new every day.
Can I smell your feet?
But yeah, if you want to catch up on New York bullshit, I highly suggest Cash Jordan. He uploads any new stuff almost every day.
Enigma, I'm sure free speech draws the line on intel leaks. I mean, we can hope. Mercenary 10. Hi Art, hi Lum. I'm doing well in the hospital after nearly dying. Seriously, it was so bad. Anyways, just came to say hi. Hope you guys are doing well. And I'm got another month to go before I'm able to work again. Pray for me, guys. We will. I hope you're doing better, Mercenary 10. Grandpa Nurgle tried to give me a very nice present of blood poisoning, and I didn't take it. I'm going to go with Super Heavy Flamer, the size of a supernova that will make the salamanders proud of me when I use it on Papa Nurgle's gardens. Resist, brother. Resist. Just not the actual flamer. They're not meant for, being used on humans. Down to go. Arch and Lumi play co-op Resident Evil 5. Fun game. When they remaster it, but not before. Only when they remaster it. Marinalva, good games will return, but be banned in Norway. Like all other things. Silver Camaro. Artists wish to remain anonymous because you guys talk politics. Was completely fine with the content on the art. I'll tweet the piece at V and Mal. Oh, I don't believe you. I'm pretty sure they were like, this is terrible. And I am sad and scared of having drawn it.
I do like the art style. I hate the content of the art though. But if you want to DM me the artist so I can, commission them something not cursed, that would be awesome.
Sujad, if you miss The Elder Scrolls, Tainted Grail's Fall of Avalon, Underrail, Dark Reign, you missed any RTS, look through. GOG is the best CNC style RTS.
Fire
I
is the
have
answer.
been looking at Tainted Grail, but I'm kind of like, I'm gonna wait until it gets an expansion or something, and it's fully like fleshed out and perfected, and then I'll try it out. That is the wisdom of age. Marina, washing stand is cooked, and I bought popcorn. The Grunt, 2 for 8. You should give Crimson Desert a looking into, please. Is that the one that you can like spin trees and stuff? You know, that one, the big one.
Crimson Desert. Isn't that the one that we're allowed to punch women? I think so. Yeah, because we were talking about it on New Black Street. Oh, it was fun yapping about that game. I already have it wishlisted. I'll probably get it when it comes out. If it's not already out, I'm not sure.
I think I will play that,
Yeah,
but I'll be away next week, so I won't be able to play it on launch, which means I will have basically no traction on it, but it looks cool, and it might be fun to play. So we're gonna play it at least once. See what it's like. Enigma, after watching your not-for-broadcast VOD, I think you'll suffer the ill fate of being entertaining while in peril. Well, so long as chat doesn't fund anything more like that, we can all be happy.
I mean, you still have Dawn of War 3 to play.
That will not be fun. Emo Otaku, they maybe can't close the store, but that doesn't mean they have to stock the shelves. I'm sure that'll just be the next step. They'll call that, what will they call that? Like, willful obstruction or something like that? And they'll declare that to be illegal too.
I mean, okay, if you have to stock stuff, you just stock things that are made out of styrofoam. Oh, you see that cereal box? It's made out of styrofoam. Oh, you see that can of soup? It's made out of styrofoam.
Well, unironically, what's actually probably going to happen is that once the politicians declare that you can't close the store, you have to have it open, and you'll just get all of your shit stolen all the time. What they'll do is they'll probably stock the store with just the cheapest stuff they conceivably
Service
can.
guarantees citizenship.
Which will unironically actually create another class-based food society, as the poor people will only have access to the worst possible food.
I mean, that's essentially what Walmart is. Because at the at another warehouse that I worked at about 6 years ago at this point, it was for a grocery chain. And essentially all of the stuff that we would reject for not being high quality enough, we learned that Walmart just buys it at a discount. So any fruit that would have mold on it that we would reject, Walmart would still buy it.
And is a little mold really such a big problem for the poor? I don't think so.
I have not shopped at Walmart in almost 10 years because I don't like Walmart. No. I used to work at Walmart and just, oh my god. Learning what they do with some of the product. I used to work cap too. So essentially I would unload the trucks and I would get everything set up for it to be stocked in the, store and everything. And, say that something falls, breaks, or whatever. Doesn't they do minimal cleanup. They just, hardly wipe anything down. Then they just restock it on the shelves. Or with
Heresy's the
what was it?
question.
Clothes.
Fire is the answer.
What was it? Say that somebody broke open a thing of shirts, stole one. We would have to bring it back for damaged goods and whatever. You would think, okay, all these perfectly fine shirts, we could donate these. No, it is Walmart policy to destroy them and throw them away.
I like that. Fuck the poor. We will literally destroy these shirts rather than give them away. I like that. That's a very solid policy.
Arch, shut up.
No, I don't want to. I like this policy.
Oh, another Cap 2 survivor. Fuck yeah. Hello, guys.
Dreadnought Logan, Gotrek and Felix versus the Disposer. A mighty doom. A mighty doom indeed. I mean, Alva, PAX will be interesting this year. Will there be one? I thought they'd all closed due to the pandemic. So the Camaro, now I can commission art of... No, you can't. Kill yourself. In Minecraft. Marine Alva, so part of the job of the Seattle downtown ambassadors is to clean up the poop and vomit. Had to call them more than a few times. Actually, that would be pretty good. Okay, so your city is overrun by poop, right? So you know all of those children's organizations like the Boy Scouts, etc.? Force them to clean it up. I like that idea. Old Timmy's like, I'm going to go to the Scouts and learn how to build a bonfire. That's right, Timmy. But first, you see that rotten pile of human feces right there? Slightly tinged green with little needles sticking out of it? You get to clean that up. That's great. It'll create an entire generation of young children who absolutely hate the homeless. And will never want to be homeless themselves.
The Boy Scouts got banned. Oh yeah, they did dissolve the Boy Scouts. Now it's just Scouts of America.
It's they, them Scouts now.
Yep.
Boog, you need shakes? I have 1,000 shakes. Zenoxon, JFC, they aren't human. Apprenditsgef. Decline. Arch, why should a rogue trader have Tau to destroy? Because a greater variety in the enemies that you are supposed to exterminate will give you a better gameplay experience. That's just a fact. Cthulhu, Crimson Skies Fund. Arch, go to the Smithsonian. Just look at the giant list of planes on display. It includes an SR-71. You'll regret nothing. Isn't that in Washington, though? I don't want to go to Washington. I'll be stabbed in Washington.
Smithsonian, is it? I think that's in DC.
Yeah, I'll be stabbed there. I don't want to be stabbed, chat. I have no interest in being stabbed. Being stabbed is bad for my health, and thus, I refuse. Silver Camaro, no Lum Lum, left behind, feet and for all horses. Silver, I know now why you're a Dev fan. Scout 360 Pyros. Seattle got this way in part because of pre-2016 cultural trends that saw a lot of generosity towards the homeless on a cultural level. It was profitable to pretend to be homeless and paid more than a full-time job. Look for archives of articles. Thank you for the 50, which Lum Lum didn't call out because Lum Lum was a traitor that day.
What?
She does that sometimes, betrays people.
No, I am a good fish, excuse you.
But that was enough for the Super Chat at the moment, as I now want to talk about a happy news. A good, joyous news, Lum Lum. Something that will bring a spirit of joy to your cold, dead black heart. Buzzfeed is dying.
People have been saying it's been dying for the past 10 years.
I know.
Are we actually sure it's dying this time?
I know. But okay, so it was $165 million in debt 3 years ago, which I do love how these companies can just keep going indefinitely with like $165 million in debt. How do they pay for anything? Do they just go to the next bank in line and go like, listen, I know we owe the other guys $165 million, and so whatever we're going to borrow for you, you're going to be at the very end of the line, but we've got a great idea for really rejuvenating our business plan here. Can you guess what that really great idea is, Lum Lum?
I don't know. What is it?
Sir?
AI writers.
Weren't they already accused of using AI writers like 2 years ago?
Yep, but now they're gonna use more AI writers.
You know,
Are you ready to rut
at
this
least you don't
yellow
have to pay
mare's
the AI
buttery,
writers. That's
buttery
a way to
butt?
save money.
Yeah, it is. They fired like 65% of the company. They fired 65% of the employees.
You know, at this point, we just need to do a bet on who's going to last longer, DSP or Buzzfeed.
Service
DSP,
guarantees
no doubt.
citizenship.
Yeah, DSP will outlive us all.
Yeah. And I love this too. BuzzFeed delivered stronger than expected adjusted profits during the quarter. They really, really outdid themselves, Lum. They earned $18.7 million. Wow, that's amazing. But they're $57.3 million in the hole, so...
Well, they might even out in about 12 years.
I love that. It's like they did way better than anybody has expected. They only lost about $57 million in a year. That's fantastic. That's brilliant.
Wait, hold on a second. BuzzFeed delivered stronger than expected adjusted profit during the quarter. The company posted adjusted earnings of 9 cents per share in the fourth quarter, exceeding analyst estimates of 3 cents.
Yes. Yes, indeed. With a net loss of 57 million and 18.7 million bucks in. Now, I know that math is not necessarily anybody here's strong suit, but 57.3 is a larger number than 18.7. Who knew?
No way.
And I don't know if just... Cause, okay, right. You know, there's an argument to be made here, right? If you have a game, the popular game that's currently going on, I say, let's see, for example, RE9. Isn't that the latest Resident Evil game, right? RE9.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, when there's a popular game like that, and you have any puzzles in it, there's going to be like everything. Power Picks, Resident Evil Requiem, all puzzle solutions. Game 8, all puzzle solutions. IDN, Final Challenge puzzle solutions. Steam, Guide, Keen Gamer, Resident Evil Requiem, all puzzle solutions. PC Gamer, Evil Requiem puzzle guide. Or Game Rant, Resident Evil Requiem, all puzzles. This continues for about 700 pages, okay? This just keeps going for eternity. As this is the most profitable content that the video gaming sites have. It is literally just puzzle guides and solutions to things in video games. That's all BuzzFeed really has to do. It's got to just copy everybody else's content, and then it programs the AI to just scroll through the celebrity news sites, copy articles from those sites, and just rewrite them. Literally, the most profitable way to run BuzzFeed would be just to continuously scrape the internet and repost it.
Buttery butt?
Arch, how often do you have to use these sites for puzzle answers because you really suck at them? Or do you just sit there and bash your head against the wall until you figure it out?
Depends on if I'm streaming or not.
If you're streaming.
Then I bash my head against the wall until I figure out the solution.
Because your ego will take a hit if you have to look up a guide?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I figure it out, because I'm smart. But if you think about this too, this sounds insane. Like, okay, they'll just copy everybody's work off the internet. Surely that's not going to work out. Surely someone will notice, right? No, I don't think so. Because this is basically all that Twitter is today. Like, Twitter is people reposting stuff they've already seen 90% of the time. Like, how many times have you seen the exact same meme posted by like 100 different accounts? Like, I've seen memes that are like 20 years old being reposted as if they're breaking news just today.
Yeah, I still
Heresy's
see
the question.
articles from
Fire is the
what
answer.
2016 getting posted as if they're brand new events that just happened.
Yes. Like, this popped off today, right? So there's a video of a Chinese content farm where a dude has just set up like a bunch of phone cameras that are all streaming pre-recorded videos and stuff. So these are all streams that are pretending to be streams but aren't really streams. Because the entire Chinese content market is basically just quantity over anything else. If you've got like 50 accounts all spamming the internet, even if all of them only earns like a couple dollars a day, that's still a very respectable income in China. And as you scale up and scale up and scale up and scale up, you'll inevitably get more and more, people who believe this is real or simply just who don't know, etc. It's all about the raw numbers. I've seen this reposted like 10 times today, and all of them are writing it as if they were the first person to notice. And the worst part is, it's basically the same fucking text, too.
Oh, don't forget, a lot of these Twitter accounts are owned by the exact same people.
Yes. Like, it's kind of hilarious, because here you have the Chinese content farm, right, that's just reposting somebody else's content, as you've got another person's content farm reposting somebody else's content.
Yep.
Like, the entire internet has just turned into this weird feedback loop now. Oh, here's another one. The world's quietest room. This is a clip from like 2004 or something, I think, that is reposted to this day. It's like, did you know that you can't stay inside of the world's quietest room because your brain freaks out? Yes. Yes, I know that.
I remember this.
It's fucking ancient, and yet people are still repeating the same damned thing still.
I mean, honestly, it's the same with any, like, travel destination where the only thing that you will see around you is influencers with their phones out trying to get the best, like, photos, the best videos. But they're highly edited because if you were to actually see the surroundings around the person, it's just more people with their phones out.
Yes, it's just 500 influencers filming the scene.
Yep.
Like, look at this. Isn't it incredible? So when BuzzFeed's saying that they're just going to use AI to recycle other people's content, honestly, it could work. It actually could fucking work. In which case, BuzzFeed will never die and will be with BuzzFeed for eternity. So, suffer, I guess. And then, of course, there's all of the new AI content we get as well around all of this, too. Part of me almost respects the AI content, because at least then somebody had to make a prompt to produce it, right? That's something. That's something. That's a thing.
I honestly have, very slightly, just a little bit, slightly more respect for the people who did the YouTube animation slop, where it's just poorly rendered 3D models of various fictional characters. But granted, that also led to the whole Elsa Gate thing and the apocalypse, but at least those are human-made.
Those are human-made, yes. I've developed enormous respect for the e-thoughts over all of this, okay?
You forget that most of the e-thoughts that are posting right now are AI e-thoughts, Arch.
Yes, but you can usually tell the difference. To some degree, at least.
There's also the ones that use scrape sites to steal other e-thought stuff and then post as that fake e-thought, stealing the pictures, the videos, everything like that. So you can't even tell which one the original one was.
Yes, I have seen literally sites just posting countless e-thought pictures, like, with the same text, too.
Yes.
The internet is literally just, it's a series of tubes, as was stated back in the day, but what we didn't know was that all of the tubes were connected to one another and just went in circles forever. Listen, chat. I will make the pro-e-thought argument, okay? At least they have to come up with new outfits and shit. At least they have to, like, make that stuff. You know, that's more work than reposting a tweet.
Well, to assume that they make their costumes and not just buy it off of eBay or Amazon or any dollar store Halloween shop.
Well, probably, but that's still effort. You know, they've still got to go in there and order the thing. Still more. But hopefully, BuzzFeed will have destroyed its reputation so much so that even just copying everybody else's articles will eventually see them die. At least this is what I hope. This is what I pray.
Mm-hmm. How do we know that Arch is not AI? Well, I don't think any AI would be able to copy him oh so perfectly.
Holy fuck, wait. They're making AI videos of Pawn Shop now?
Of what?
You remember Pawn Shop? That silly little video, that thing where people would go into the pawn shop in Las Vegas or whatever, and there was the bald guy behind the counter. Yeah, Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
They're making AI videos of that now.
Why? You could go look at the original Pawn Stars.
Well, apparently because then they can have people look at like, wow, look at this, isn't it incredible? They brought in something super duper rare or something.
That's stupid.
It is stupid, Lum. You are correct. It is mildly retarded, actually. And upsetting. Still, I still hope BuzzFeed is going to die. I would prefer it if BuzzFeed would die. I would be happy if it died. Right.
Oh yeah, so, since we're talking about AI, how have you been enjoying the AI stuff that's been made in the VTM server of you and Otto?
I haven't been enjoying it. It's remarkably solid quality, everything considered, but I have certainly not been enjoying it.
I'm sure you've been enjoying everything that doesn't involve you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like the things that are jokes on other people's expense. I like that part.
I do like the little bits that they did from last night's shenanigans. What do you mean you think ghosts don't exist? I can raise the dead. I thought you knew.
He was confused.
I don't know how he's confused.
I don't know why Otto has become everybody's favorite fucking character. I don't understand.
It's the ones that you least expect, which means you better keep him around.
I literally don't get it. I made him to be I was going to use him once, basically. And now the entire Discord is like, oh yes, Otto is best girl. Why Otto? Unironically, why Otto? And why does anybody care about Otto?
You've made him lovable, and that's your own fault.
Although I did like this one. You're telling me the ghosts are real? Sir, I can raise the dead. That one was good. That one was quite good. But yes, if you're not watching Vampire the Masquerade RP chat, you are missing out. It has been amazing. It's really good. It's really fun. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Everybody's making silly little dumbass memes. And Mal is continuously ruining anything and everything for everybody. It's fantastic.
You got to show the stuff with you and Otto. I mean, look at it. It's so cute.
I don't have to do anything. I don't want to. That's something that I've learned over the years. I can choose to ignore it. All of it. Let me do a couple more of the super chats so I don't fall too far behind. Otsan, nynorsk or bokmål? Bokmål, of course, traditional. Father Blade, average interaction with Art and Lumi when Mexican food is involved. I don't know if I want to click that link. Oh, I recognize this one, I think. This is another one of these memes that have been reposted 5 trillion times.
So we want an order of the quesadillas.
Okay. Quesadillas.
And 1 enchilada.
Bueno. Una enchilada.
The fajitas de polo.
Fajitas de pollo.
Can we get a side of whack-a-mole with that?
Eso estúpida. Voy a guacamole en un momentito. Por
Service
Dios.
guarantees citizenship.
Guacamole.
And a side of frijoles.
It's frijoles, you freaking...
Yeah.
Well, Lum can't speak Mexican either. She doesn't know any of these words. She's the one saying quesadillas.
You
We
said
must punish
quesadilla
her.
correctly. Good job, Arch. You said quesadillas correctly.
Of
Yay!
course I know. I'm a linguistic genius. I just act dumb so you have something to complain about.
Uh-huh.
Yes, all languages on Earth are easy for Arch.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah. This has been a proven fact for very many years.
All right, Arch, I believe you. I won't argue this point.
Zaloxon. Stores should close anyway and refuse to pay any fines. Break the state in court forever, and when it finally gets to the Supreme Court, the state will lose. Would it? I mean, it would, surely. Because there's got to be some sort of protection in the US law system somewhere that's like, no, you can't actually just force a shop to stay open forever. You'd think there'd be a protection of that somewhere, somehow, maybe. But we don't know, Lum. We don't know. And so it could still lose out and be sad and upset, and then the company would just have to die. So Naxon make the homeless clean up their shit. What now?
Atari said speak Danish.
Fit on the whole fish. There you go, Danish. Make the homeless clean up their shit, rub their noses in it like a fucking dog. That's a bit cruel. Why would you rub their noses in it?
Acting like that they wouldn't like it, though.
Just to make them learn?
They won't learn anything.
That's true. They won't learn anything. That's the problem. That's why we don't do it. It's frankly pointless. Zoxon, imagine the world if whites retaliated against the browns. Twofold. Black maniacs stab woman on train, 2 black women. Can't continue with that on YouTube. Well, you can't do that. We must be better. It is our burden to bear, and that's just how it is. We must suffer so that everybody else will suffer slightly less. Gulgar, wine to make big rocks to small rocks. What?
What?
Shadow Walker, hail Art and Lumi. Hope you're doing well. Put this towards whatever Lukey wants and looking forward to watching Vampire Game VOD. Lukey. That sounds like me. Sounds like I get to put that somewhere.
No, you're gonna put that to the Lumi Sargon Fund.
Lukey. Your name isn't Lukey.
Neither's yours.
Sandom, 2 years? Not enough. 20 years for her. Marinelva, no Art, that is our jail. They, them have for us. Silver Camaro, the country Lumi wants to visit is Italy, not because of the food, culture, art, but because Italy is colloquially known as the boot. She'd love she'd love to be in it. That, and they step on their grapes. They crush the grape with their feet so that she could drink feet wine.
No. Ew. I'd only want to visit Italy for 1, the food, and 2, to go harass Pontius in Pio.
The feet wine.
Shut up, Arch.
Silver Camaro. So Arch, Lumi, what color do? Do you want... Can't say that on YouTube either, but rainbow colored.
No. Arch. No.
Rainbow.
Ugh.
Dryfee, also regarding 1348 or whatever, generally progressives don't show up. They do not. They never do. Silver Camaro, Arch to Lum. I don't know who you are or why you keep being mean to me, but you need to be nice to me right now, you foot lover. That's true. Silver Camaro again. Hassan sails on a yacht to Cuba from over the horizon. He is Hassan Biker. Looks and sees on a raft some hide screaming, I'm coming to kill you. It would be good if Sam Hyde could intercept him on the high seas somehow in a speedboat.
Just imagine, what's it called? The domes that intercept missiles. I forget what they're called. But just that loaded up. Yeah, just an iron dome loaded up with Sam Hyde clones. It just launches at Hassan.
Nicholas Cantor. Cuba turning right overnight to avoid Hassan. Lol. They are. Brian Kedasha. Synthetic aperture radars used to take pictures of the ground and can show planes, tanks, etc. F-15E has one. They do, all the way down F-15E was over their bases. Marine Alva, remember when Cuba sent troops to Africa? I don't. When did they do that? Although they were deploying A-10 Thunderbolts to Iran the other day, so maybe they were, because if the A-10 is operating over Iran, that is a pretty solid indicator that they've destroyed anything and everything that shoots up in the general area. Definitely not a Frenchman. Art, have you seen Dead Sounds Sauria? It's a Conan and Lovecraft-inspired world with so much color. I have not seen it, no. Dead Sounds Sauria. I shall Google it. The Malcontent, Asmund Gold reacted to the guys in Dodge and how they fraud. Bring it up, Lumi. Arch needs to laugh.
Well, he read it, so he knows now.
Marine Alpha, we now have jetpack troopers. Gravity Industries. I have seen those. In fact, we've been doing tests with jetpacks for quite some while now, including in like boarding operations or moving from ship to ship. The jetpacks aren't very effective, but still, they're a thing. They're a thing. Enigma, war will be Supreme Commander Universe. Yes. One dude on each side building 1 billion drones to kill one another. Marine Alva, America. Oh, it scrolled. Why does it do this to me, Lum?
I don't know.
Why does it do this to me?
Because it obviously hates you.
Pup, that skip. I am sorry, but I can't hear dictator without thinking cock potato. Well, then something is wrong with your brain.
What the fuck?
Marine Alva, America had a flying aircraft carrier. Sadly bad. Yes, it didn't work out very well. MJ Bull, early fighter plane problems with front-mounted guns and shooting their own propeller off, initially solved by armoring the prop. Never mind the ricochets. Yes, well, initially solved, as in occasionally it saw a bullet bounce down into the engine, so solved is perhaps a bit too strident a word there. Silver Camaro, Arch gets out of bed and stubs his toe and screams, "Ow, damn it, Lum, this is your fault." Liam says, "Arch, can I lick your toe to make it better?" She would say that.
No, ew, gross. But I can't imagine I could imagine something inconvenient happening to Arch and he just yells into the empty room, "Damn it, Lum." And then I just like, huh, what happened?
Alex Adamson. Next season, you need to show the campaign fan art. I don't mean the AI art, I mean the real art. Do not neglect your poor scribbles. What art? You gotta post it in the fucking thing then, you cow.
You can also post it on Twitter for easier viewing if you tag the account for the campaign. Claws of the Eagle is the @. It's easier to navigate instead of the art channel because people keep talking in there, but you know, whatever.
You can turn off the talky bit.
I mean, I can, but then people just complain about it.
Well, shit, if people will complain about it, what are we to do?
I don't know. They can complain about their art not being seen, and then they can wrangle themselves. It's called the consequences of their own actions.
Captain Blue Shadow. Greetings, Art. Since you're coming to the US in September, do you plan on going to Mare Fair to get that go to a con goal out of the way? Also mess with both of you. Lumi, what was the We Want 8 and We Won't Wait campaign?
What? I don't know what that is. And also, is Mare Fair going on at the same time Arch will be in the US? But I don't think that he'd want to go to Mare Fair. And plus, I'm going to be dragging him to something anyway, so.
I don't know, Lum Lum. Mare Fair sounds like quite the blast.
Do you want to go to Mare Fair? We could get it planned out.
Do you want to go to Mare Fair, chat?
I wouldn't mind going to Mare Fair. Oh, I could get us cute little badges too of our ponies. I know some pony artists that could do some badges for us.
That's the word part. We do actually have ponies that we could use.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's real. I thought you were fucking with me.
Yes. No, Mare Fair is a thing. And want to know what's fucking funny? They're racist against furries. They will not let furries into Mare Fair.
Wow. They have art.
They do.
Good art. Okay, yeah, this is the suspiciously rich MLP for fan arts again. Code of
Mare
conduct.
Fair is very popular.
Raising money for equine charities. What? I didn't know there were equine charities.
Yeah, they're specifically there's some charities that help rescue horses from abusive owners and everything like that.
Oh, holy shit, they're based. Simple slang for behavior associated with hate groups, racial supremacy, Nazism, any ideology promoting hate or discrimination are not permitted at Mare Fair. Now, normally, this would then be followed by a, but this doesn't count for communists. However, this includes, but is not limited to, imagery such as swastikas, S's, insignia, hammer and sickle, or other symbols associated with violent totalitarian ideologies.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Holy fuck.
So they're saying fuck you to everybody, which
Yes.
is good. It's not just one-sided.
Yes. That is actually based. That is actually quite based. I like that.
And again, they're racist towards furries, which is perfect.
Appropriate clothing must be worn. Okay, yep. Overly grotesque images, that's probably furries. Wearing a non-pony fursuit is strongly discouraged as it detracts from this pony focus. Now, that does mean that you could wear a pony fursuit, mind you.
Yes, but it's still focused on ponies.
You can't bring functional firearms. That's a bit sad. Well, there you go, chat. Wow, that is a long code of conduct. That is a lot. Holy moly. Holy fucking
hey,
moly.
They're covering their asses legally, which is good.
Yep, they're covering their buttocks. Right, chat.
Wait, hold on, you're earning achievements as you go through the website.
I am gaming the system.
You know, we could start a fund for Mare Fair.
Oh, God.
And it's in Orlando, Florida. You wanted to go to Florida anyway.
Chat, Be careful of what you wish for. Be very careful of what you wish for. There, I'll find a nice neutral image instead. Maranga 2, the Germans during World War II had remote-controlled bombs. The Americans also were trailing the bomber drones in the Pacific. Witcher. Oh, and also the Goliath. The Goliath was also a remote-controlled bomb. Mechanics on duty, now that Darkwood is funded. I can now bitch about how neither of you played Darkwood, yet despite promising. I haven't even commissioned the fucking thumbnail for Darkwood yet. Jesus.
He likes getting thumbnails made first before he schedules anything.
Well,
and also, for the person who asked, what did the furries do? Just look up the story of the FurCon pizza, and then that will just give you all the answers you need.
No, I don't think I will.
Don't do it. It's worse than the Rainbow Dash jar.
I don't think I will. Mallory, well, US Marines being between a rock and a hard place is an occupational hazard. This is for a fund of your choice. Ah, mine. Not Lums. Thank you. Pop that Stegs. Gotta love how 3 months into socialism, New York is already trying East Germany 2.0 by telling people it's illegal to leave. Well, of course, if people could just leave communism, there wouldn't be a lot of communism now, would there? Trevor N, greetings Arch and Footfish. Tainted Grail's amazing and already has an expansion. Blood Dragon. Well, I'll wait until they get another expansion then. MJ Paul. Battletech Future History had the capital of Star League on the west side of Puget Sound from Seattle. Explains a lot about what went wrong. Marinelva, Washington and California wants to ban 3D printing. It does. Janushi, I am wondering why aren't these automated shops in that you select what you want from a catalog and you get your order through a hole in the wall? Because they're kind of mechanical nightmares to get working, honestly. They're a real bitch to get to work. And people tend to avoid them and not use them because they think they're complicated and silly and weird. People are still very much so connected to their walk-in store things. Maximilian Verstegi, businesses will go back to everything over-the-counter model, or automations, I'm assuming, like McDonald's, and you get your box at the counter. Probably yes, if they've got enough brand recognition, basically, because McDonald's can do that because it's McDonald's. And even then, I always make sure to cause trouble for the employee by going up to the desk and going, right, so I want my hamburger plain, with just a piece of cheese on it. That's all. Because then they have to go and actually make my hamburger instead of just giving me one that's been sitting on the racks for 6 months. It's very important you do that too, chat. Never just order a regular hamburger, because you have no idea how many millennia that's been there. And Whammon, 13. Hey, Lum, the whole thing about destroying unsealed products is because of malicious actors putting, let's say, irritants and pokey things. It happened enough that it became a must policy. Yeah, Lum, it's a good policy. You're just racist. To Walmart.
Hush. Well, yes, I'm racist towards Walmart. It's disgusting in there. That's why I go to Costco.
And Simon Hunt for $20, my favorite super chat, because it's orange. Arch, you silly foreigner. Trump used National Guard to clean up DC. It is safe now. He brags about it constantly.
The question.
To be fair, it would be kind of funny to go visit the National Guards. And they're like, so, do you enjoy catching criminals? And yes, I feel like Batman. Oh, speaking of something positive, right. The final big topic of today is a weird one, and I don't say this often, the European Union did something good.
Oh?
I am sure this will be the beginning of the end of the European Union, by the way, because, well, it's getting taken over by right-wingers as I swallow my own saliva and choke on it.
Oh, don't do that.
This is something I've started to do now that I'm old. I have begun swallowing my own saliva uncontrollably and then choking on it, which has unlocked within me the primeval fear that I could actually kill myself with my own bodily fluids.
don't do that.
Well, I'm endeavoring not to. I'm just saying that is now actually a possibility. Like, back in the day, when I was 20, there was no chance I could kill myself by swallowing. Now there is, which is interesting.
Well, just don't die on stream. Or have somebody close to you that can, make sure you don't die live on stream. Because I can't exactly do anything from over here.
Well,
I could just say, oh no, Arch, stop, don't die, please. You're gonna get your channel taken down for dying on stream.
Like, if I was going to die, I'd prefer to die on stream. It'd probably be funny for some people, yeah.
Well, again, give me your login information because then I could just still use your account.
Anyways, in the European Parliament's committee, a right-wing majority passed the deportation regulation. All right-wing factions voted together. This includes the Conservatives. The firewalls again fallen on the European level. The new measures include trade sanctions for states refusing to take back migrants. So if a migrant crosses the border in Spain and he ends up in England, England can send him back to Spain or start fining Spain. Lifetime entry bans for security threats. So if you're, a brown from a region that has been blowing things up for an extended period of time, you can be banned for life. DNA age assessment for illegals. So all of those fighting age men who claim to be 16 years old can also be blocked. Device their phones to determine origin, so you can check their phones. And lifelong entry bans if we decide you aren't allowed, you're just blocked forever.
Wow.
It's a beginning. We will need to do many, 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 many more things to make this all truly an effective re-immigration policy. But this is the first step to actually being able to throw people out of Europe en masse. And it was done by the European Union. This is what's finally going to kill the European Union. Not their constant deficits or the fact that they're a completely shit organization that has only made things worse, but the moment it gets taken over by the right wing, suddenly everyone on the left will go like, oh, that was always a really terrible idea. Yes, we should get rid of that. That was not a good idea at all. Turns out, maybe it was a good idea. Maybe this is how we get what we want, chat. Well, not you Americans, you're stuck. I mean, listen, for better or worse, after what Trump's been doing, if his gambles do not pay off absolutely enormously, you're all probably going to have to suffer under Democrat regime for the next, 8 years? Yeah.
Shut up.
And it's only going to get worse, because after 8 years of Democrats, there's going to be so many brand new voters in your country that it might not end at 8 years. That would be funny. That would be funny if Europe starts deporting the illegals and the legal browns, and their America is like, yes, we imported 4.5 million just the last 6 months.
How about you hush?
You shouldn't have left the British Empire, should you? That was very silly of you.
Shut up, Arch.
Also, chat, you're being lazy on the likes again. It's because I didn't put up the little thing reminding you. I swear to God, that thing actually helps when you do the little poll thing and you go like the game or I will crush your testicles. That actually helps, and I need to do that. I need to remember to do it, and I always forget.
Arch, don't threaten people to crush their testicles because some people will just be like, oh yes, Arch, please do so.
Chat, like the stream or your testicles will explode.
Also, want to know what you haven't done in a heckin' minute? Granted, it's been a heckin' minute since I've, been on the ArchCast because I'm sleepy from work. The Lum Gets Small fund. I know Zontar misses it so much.
I know, but it requires me to remember to put it up, and I never do.
I will remind you next time.
That is good, Lum. You should remind me, because That and the titties. We need more donation incentives to give more value to people as they choose to give me their hard-earned money. I wish to give them greater value. And since I cannot teleport a small version of Lum Lum into your home right now to spit on you, as that's probably what half of you would want,
What?
we're gonna have to do it other ways instead. Other, better ways, possibly.
You know, Arch, if you ever decide to actually do merch, like you probably should because people would buy your stuff, I would 100% let you put Lumi on merch stuff for you to make money off of. Because it would be funny.
I'm probably gonna do another, like, merch round or two in the not too distant future. But people don't want that much merch, honestly. Like, I can move a couple hundred copies of something, but there's not that much demand for merch.
Well,
What I
why not
should
just
do-
put up a poll in a community post or something? Gauge interest in
But
that,
people will
you know,
lie on that poll.
Gauge interest, Arch.
What I
Where's
should
the
do...
rat brick plushie?
I am selling rat bricks now. You just have to... You can order a rat brick. It's $60 on YouTube. Everywhere else, it's 40 because YouTube takes too much of a fucking cut. But you can get custom rat bricks. We've got 4 ordered at the moment, which White will get started on next month. But what I really should do is, I've got this amazing art that I've never done anything with, because back in the day, I was thinking of starting to do Battletech lore, and so I had a Steiner waifu commissioned, and she looks amazing. This is from a Chinese artist, Yangzi, I think. He has a fantastic style. And I've got loads of these that I could easily turn into merch or anything else, but they're just kind of sitting around on my computer, achieving nothing, which is a little bit tragic.
I mean, you can... What was it? What was that one website that you can host your own... Display. You can actually sell your own stuff on Display if you have permission from the artist, and then people can just, you know, buy it.
I have so much random art from projects that never got completed for one reason or another. Or some of it's really fucking great too. Although, well, this might actually be completed at some point. It's really fucking good art, and it'll never see the light of day. Ever. And it's all chat's fault. Look at this.
Know, I know at least like 2 people that are just autistically obsessed with Star Wars that would probably buy all of that.
I have entire animated backgrounds that I was working on for history series, which I'm still thinking of doing, but goddamn history channels have been getting fucking slaughtered recently.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Armchair Historian announced that he was retiring the other day?
Yeah, I seen that. Just as I was getting into his videos too.
And it's literally because he can't afford to continue making videos at the standard of quality he is. It's just not going to earn him any money, so he's just going to dip out.
Yeah.
It's
sad.
terrible.
It's because it's like YouTube wants to be the new live TV, and unfortunately, they're just going to kill off channels slowly but surely.
They are. I forgot this one too from the. I even have entire episodes done and edited for this.
Oh.
I know. That's going to be loud. But yeah, I've got entire episodes of a historical series about the Russo-Japanese War. Like, done, edited and everything. Script done, like animations, all kinds of cool stuff. And it looks pretty damn decent as well. and I never released it, and I probably never will at this point, which is a fucking tragedy.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, if anything, you can just upload it to your Patreon, so then your patrons have new things to watch. Sure, it may never see the light of day to, your YouTube audience, but at least it's something. At least people that support you can still enjoy it. Patreon exclusive shit that will never be released on the main channel.
Why not? It's because I never finished it. It's only episode 1, and I've got like the script in the background, and this would be like a 10, 12 episode series along the lines of the old like lore series, covering the entire conflict. Like episode 1 is just setting the scene, and it's 37 minutes long. That's just me laying stuff out.
Make the history videos members only videos. Honestly, that is a good idea too.
I have 3 episodes of it finished. I'm quite happy with how they ended up looking too. Nice little animated background, nice iconography, characters themselves. But the problem is too, like, good God, the time it takes to make these is fucking insane. And even then, this is nowhere near the quality of like what Armchair Historian puts out, not even in the same fucking league. And so I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, I could maybe produce one of these episodes like every other week, maybe, if I do nothing else, which means each one of these episodes is going to have to generate like, fuck, I what? 50 to 100 to 200,000 views to even begin approaching profitability.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, chat, but I literally don't think I can mobilize the audience to make this stuff profitable, which is a damned shame, chat, a damned shame. Although, there is something else I am making that might also not be profitable in the slightest, but will see the light of day. Probably.
Is it the one thing you were showing me, Arch?
I don't know. What have I shown you?
The video that you wanted me to look over.
Ah, that one, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that one will probably actually see the light of day at some point. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. Conceivably.
I mean, it was a good video. There was just a couple spots where it just seemed like there was a second or two of too much silence. But other than that, it was pretty solid.
That'll be an interesting little thing. We've got a beautiful animated background for that series as well, and this, by the way, comes from the Super Secret Project, my science fiction setting that I'm working on with Sagaruni. This will be just how one of the factions constructs their cities and metropolises, as they are a very aesthetically pleasing faction. Hopefully it will be a success. If not, chat, well, I'll just have to kill myself.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's the only option, Lum.
As much as you are a little shit, I do enjoy having you around, Arch, so don't kill yourself. I'd be sad.
It's the only option, Lum.
No, stop it.
Only option. Winter Phoenix says, do a funding campaign. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. If we basically just did a Kickstarter for it, basically, that would work to a degree.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery?
McKenna, dude, you can always call up with other history people like Tex to attract more viewers. Well, one, I'm pretty sure Tex is afraid of me after all of the harassment I got him for just talking to him that one time.
What?
Yeah, I talked to Tex on one stream and he got harassed for it because he talked to the bad man.
That is insane.
And other history YouTubers, I don't think history YouTubers do collabs at all because all of them are in the bunker mentality right now, as they know that they can't share the audience. If they share the audience, they're gonna just die because they're gonna lose what traction and audience they have or risk losing it, which is, yeah. And I get it. Like it is dangerous to collaborate with people these days because if you start losing that traction, man, it is fucking hard to get it back.
It's like the only thing that I see collab-wise that actually does fairly well are podcasts, not really videos. Because, like, for example, Meat Canyon and Wendigoon do a podcast together, and that is extremely popular. But otherwise, they don't really do, like, videos together. Well, Meat Canyon, he does some collabs because he's an animation channel, not necessarily, his own niche like Wendigoon with his autistic military stuff or horror stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and oh my god, I'm sorry, Kraus. I didn't see that. Lum, you didn't see it either. Stupid Lum.
What didn't I see?
Kraus tipped $200 on Streamlabs. Jesus Christ, thank you, sir.
Well, of course I can't see that.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Arch. I was watching the fireworks show of the border when I hear about the Americans are going to put boots on the ground again. Could you verify for me? I have seen that. I haven't seen any actual official announcements that they will put boots on the ground. We'll know in about 2 to 3 days' time once the landing ships make it into the area. Then we'll see. I would be surprised, as it would be a weird move to make right now. I mean, most of the Iranian strategic weapon arsenal has been largely neutralized at this point, but still, whenever you put men on the ground, you are running an obvious risk of increasing casualties quite significantly, so it's not great. It's not great. But thank you very much. That is incredibly generous, sir. Sanders, I do hope you continue vengeance soon. The best is yet to come. Also, please pronounce Atari as a Finn. Wood for funny. World of War Fund. I am hoping to... I'll be away for a week next week, so it'll probably be after that I finish it, at which point I will have forgotten everything about how the game works, which is non-ideal, but we'll see. What was I on about? Oh, I was just randomly talking about stuff I'm doing in the background. That's what I was doing. Hopefully, chat will like some of the things. I also have this. This is my pro... So this is one of the collabs I've actually got going. We are working on a project with Kibbles, where we're going to do theory crafting about various things. Edited by Disco, as Disco has gotten much better at doing the little edity bits. This one will be very interesting to see if this project works, because we're basically leaning mostly into theory crafting with a decent bit of detail and lore, but we're definitely leaning primarily into humor here, and our... hopefully unique chemistry. We'll see. We'll see. Again, if it flops horribly, then, well, shit. We're just going to have to kill both of ourselves. I'll kill Kibbs first, and then I'll go after him. That's fine. Double suicide. It's just going to have to be how it's going to have to be. We're trying basically to recapture old YouTube, like 2014 YouTube, and that will either go very well or absolutely disastrously. We'll see. We will see, we will see. Look at that, a face hugger. He even has a little animated vagina, as all face huggers should. Totten chickens for the sour cream and onion chip potato fund. I don't think there is such a fund. I don't remember there being such a fund. I don't want I eat things fund in America, chat. I'm incredibly picky. I don't like most food. If you start forcing me to eat stuff in America, I'm going to be very upset and sad most of the time. And then the restaurant staff are also going to be upset because I'm going to, like, eat one bite of their disgusting food and then never touch it again. And they're going to have to come over there and be like, you didn't eat your food. I'm going to have to throw this in the trash. I know. Suck it. Maranga 2, Lumi, do you know the Walmart dance? Do you know the Walmart dance, Lumi?
I have seen it on the training videos. I have never done it myself, nor will I ever do the Walmart dance. I would rather kill myself.
There you go. DRT is king. DC is safer than any West Coast city right now. The museum area was safe even when the rest of the city wasn't. That's true. I mean, why would it ever I was very close to saying the bad word there. Go to a museum. That just doesn't make any sense. Definitely not a Frenchman story. Stores in the US used to have an inventory list, and they'd get stuff they wanted off the shelves. Milking farms. Milking farms. I do have the thumbnail for the next milking farm on the way, so that'll probably be next month, I'm assuming. We'll do that. And we've got the Pokemusu Smasher Pass on the way too. Yeah, Cathar. The occasional stabbing is just the price we have to accept to live in a progressive, accepting society. Seth Rogen, probably. Or Sadiq Khan, Mayor of London. 1 and 2. Marine Alva. Idea for a new horror-style game. Dead Internet Theory. You are only searching for real humans in an internet of AI bots, but can't expose yourself. The AI will send a drone to end your game. Now, that would actually be difficult, because the AI has long since basically passed the Turing test, to the point where the Turing test isn't even a test anymore. God, once upon a time, we were like, oh, this'll detect AI forever. No. No, it will not. Yeah, Qatar, adjusted earnings is just adjusted dick's length for businesses. So Luxon, I will die in a mass Minecrafting before I live at 8 years of damn roll. You can buy armor piercing. Can't say that on YouTube. So Luxon, what the fuck is a rat brick? It is you, but square and a rat. Simple.
Rat bricks are so cute. I love my rat brick. It is still my my profile picture in your server.
Empty Veins. Art, how much for you to review an audiobook? Depends on how long the audiobook is. Like, if it's like 700 hours, that's going to be expensive. If it's like 3, much easier. Mallory. I just found out the Big Arch Burger has made it to Norway. I've heard about that, but there's only like one McDonald's in my entire country, and it's in the capital. And I don't go there because I don't want to be stabbed. Marine Alva. Thing with bikini baristas is that you at least know they're real women. Now, the added benefit is you know they are real humans. Well, you mostly know that they're real humans. Mostly. Conceivably. Silex. All my life, the party whined about the American blockade and how resilient they are versus the Empire. Then Trump calls the bluff and actually blockades the country, and now they are negotiating surrender. Yes. It turns out that if you actually do the things you threaten to do, your threats will suddenly become significantly more effective. Strange, that. James Coon. Rip the F-14 Wildcat. The last of them have been destroyed. Rip a legendary aircraft. A moment of silence to a legend. Oh no. They blew up the F-14s. That was the only thing I cared about in the Middle East. Oh well. At least now we can just nuke it and nothing really bad will happen. AB into P, cause we see the truth. Otto is your self-insert, Arch. I don't think Otto is my self-insert. Benny, imagine the smell at Mayfair. Oh. I kind of can. So I've recently developed, like, the ability to hallucinate smells, and I just got a whiff of, like, aged out milk there for a nanosecond.
Arch, shut up.
Why?
Shh. I don't need you putting pictures or images or anything that I can unfortunately picture very well in my mind.
Well, it's kind of like a combination of stagnant mare milk and, you know, the coom from the Rainbow Dash jar.
Hush now. Shh.
Marielva, all mine to the Mayfair Fund.
You know, I was looking at the tickets for Mayfair, and for all 3 days, it's pretty cheap compared to other conventions. For all 3 days, it's $75 right now.
Wow. What do you get for your $75? Do you get infinite tickle tickets at the Mayfair booth?
Ew.
I mean,
If you do Mayor Supporter for 180, you get a supporter badge, you get admission to the convention for all 3 days, a sponsored lanyard, a thanks on the website. So if you get that, they'll have to say thank you, Arch Warhammer, or thank you, ArchCast. Commemorative sponsored gifts such as a coin pouch, a patch, and soap, and a signed print of your favorite character.
Soap. I don't know if I like the
So
idea of Mayfair selling soap. I don't know if I like that at all. I need that soap bar to have an ingredient list on the back. Alex Anderson, you can just pull up the media tab and add that jump to the post. And that jump to the post. Discord specifically a solution for this Lumi Exalgon. How much more? I don't know. How much more are you willing to give me for showing Sargon to Lum Lum? And vice versa.
I am a good fish. Excuse you. I can behave myself when prompted. You tell me to behave, I will behave.
I don't believe you, but I guess we'll find out. YouTube, where did you scroll to? Silver Camaro, Arch, you should eat Chick-a-Fil. While in America. Chick-a-Fil-a. Chick-a-Fil-a.
Chick-fil-A.
No, that says Chick-a-Fil-a.
Chick-fil-A.
Massive don't spitters are quitters, Arch. That is correct. Max Swordman, depending on the region or franchise, you'd be right about fast food, but some of them have a policy of only preparing the food just in time, so it doesn't sit around. Some research is required. Well, that's going to be Lum Lum's job. Kalekio, it would be cool to see the aristocratic utensil spoon as a guest in the ArchCast. He has great insight on politics. Perhaps. Marine Alva, make the history videos members-only videos. I mean, the problem there is, if we made the members-only videos, we'd have to raise even more money to make them functional. At least on YouTube, right? I'll have the ability to grow the channel with them, which is a benefit in and of themselves, as the monetary recourse then is somewhat secondary. But I don't think there's any way to make it financially valid, unless you've already basically got a few 100,000 subscribers. And even then, like Armchair Hysteria, didn't he have millions and he couldn't pay for it?
Let me see. He has 2.51 million subscribers.
Yeah. Like, if he can't make that profitable, how the fuck am I supposed to?
Let's see. Estimated monthly earnings ranging from 5K to 15K. And he just gained a pretty decent amount of more subscribers after he announced that he was retiring.
Winter Phoenix Forest Kirin. Arch, why don't you try doing a funding campaign for each new video in your history series? That way, you only make a video if you are paid. I mean, yes, but... Man, if I had to stop halfway through, that would be really blue balls, and I'd probably just make the rest anyway, and then I'd undermine my own business model very quickly.
I mean, you could see if, because Rumble has very different audience compared to YouTube in terms of who actually goes to watch uploaded content on there. You can always make it a Rumble exclusive too.
And if I'm unlikely to get the views required on YouTube, I'm definitely not getting them on Rumble.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. It's like, now that you announce that you actually have at least a few episodes out on it, you can gauge interest, see who would want to watch the first one, see how it's received. If it's not received fairly well, you can just say, well, this is a one and done. Guess not. Better than, not doing it at all.
True,
and you know how the YouTube algorithm is. It's like if you upload it, doesn't really do well the first few weeks. Then like a couple months later, for some reason, it pops off. And it's like, huh, well, that's weird.
But then I'd feel guilty too, because now I feel like I'm guilt-tripping the audience for like, if you don't give me X amount of views and likes, I'm going to kill this entire series. It makes me feel like I'm holding up a puppy in front of them with a cocked shotgun to the back of its neck.
I mean, that's what people do. When they want to gauge an interest for a series, they're like, okay, if I get X amount of views and this many likes on this video, we can continue this. People still do that. It was a very popular thing to do like 10, 15 years ago. Still fairly popular to do it now, especially if there's a lot of production work behind it.
But it's so cruel, Lum Lum.
Heresy's the question.
Cruel, it's
Fire
just,
is the answer.
interest. Because people need to be invested in it. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it?
I've spotted a gnat in my room. There will be clapping noises soon.
Well, you could do that when the stream's done.
Marine Elva. Thing is, a human can choose to fail the Turing test. An AI that passed the Turing test will never fail, where one that doesn't can never pass. Reverse numero uno. Oh, great Lumi angler. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, fucking loser.
A lot of these. Samurai Knight. When your sci-fi war game coming out? 2027? 2028? Probably thereabouts. We're hoping to release the fantasy one. Maybe next year. Hoping. We're working on the manual right now. So that one shouldn't be that far away, we're hoping, as that's a lot smaller and a lot easier to put out the door.
Expected in 2036.
Probably. Whereas the sci-fi one is way larger. Way bigger again. Marine Elva, the reason why Rumble exists is because YouTube was talking down videos left and right. BitChute got delisted when it started to become a competitor. Yes, but the problem is it's not really a competitor, they're an alternative. And that's sadly not the same. Kick is doing more to become a competitor, at least on the streaming side, as Kick also has the revenue sharing thing.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if I just basically streamed the episode on Kick as a Kick exclusive. That would earn more than the ad revenue on YouTube. But then, of course, I'd only have access to Kick, which isn't a very large audience comparatively.
Yeah. I don't know, it's something that you can, plan, ponder. And as Mag said, he said, have chat fund the entire series rather than individual videos.
I can become Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh my god. I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this because it's going to inflate your ego way too much. But you're honestly better to look at than Anita Sarkeesian.
That's true. Marine Elba, the reason why Rumble exists. I read that one. Why didn't I think I read that one? Probably just cognitive dissonance is pretty normal. And for the last one, Blazestone. Greetings, Archley. Hello, Foodfish. Missed most of the stream playing Dune Awakening with a friend, but tune in to remember that I'd like my previously paid for rat break to just have lime green spiky anime hair. Lumi Odyssey fun. Blazestone. Send message on Discord or on Twitter with the description of your character. Just DM me and I'll add it to the list. And whatever changes you want made. As we haven't started on them yet, we'll start on the rat bricks next month as White is wrapping up a bunch of thumbnails so I can finally get to work on many of the series that have already been paid for. Like Phoenix Point, where... Right, see, the problem is... Phoenix Point doesn't have any waifu art in it, and so instead, what White has decided to do is just me half naked surrounded by tentacles. So...
Oh my god.
That's on you, chat. You made this happen.
You know, honestly, so far with the sketch, it looks better than the Arch Butter statue thing.
Indeed. Boog, have a good vacation. Well, I'm hoping so too. I'll get to relax for a week's time, as I will indeed be away for the next week. Everything will be quiet. Oh, there will be a couple of videos. There will be a couple of videos uploaded. Things I've prepared.
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do now on, like, you know, my days off when I'm just not being dragged in to do anything? Ugh, I have free time now. What the hell?
Well, you're just gonna have
What
to do
day
the
are you coming
LumiCast. Monday.
Monday? Man, it could do a LumiCast. It'd be a late LumiCast because I work next weekend. I don't know. I'll see what we can do, chat.
I'll do the LumiCast from the steel factory and just walk around like this thing can kill you in this many ways.
I mean, I do have a wireless camera.
The LumiCast will simply be Lum having a film from her place of work going like, look at all of this incredibly dangerous machinery they let me operate. Countless casualties have been produced every day since Lum started. But, you know, in this economy, they can't afford to get rid of her, so they're just gonna have to keep going.
I know, we'll figure out what we'll do.
And Hiro Yui, I am sick of the Middle East. It would be easier to just glass the entire region to solve most of the world problems. It would. And one last on Kick, 500 warp tokens. Arch, where is Stone Shard? I have waited months. It is actually in production right now. It is one of the thumbnails that will be done this month, so it is not very far away. So many things that had to be commissioned. We'll have Phoenix Point done for this month. We'll have Stone Shard done for this month. I think... What else will we have done for this month? I think there's a couple more. So, things are coming together. Slowly but surely. Then I need to commission Darkwood too. Soon. Soon, quote unquote. Soon! Quote unquote. Soon. Until next time then, chat, which is going to be a while from now, but you'll get a couple of videos to amuse yourself. I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for your generous donations, as always, and I will see you all again in just about a week or so time. Till then, chat, have a very good night.